Tuesday, February 20th, Heat Team Call. So glad that you all took your time tonight to join us for this very special call that we have for you. I'm so excited to introduce to you Carmen Maxwell. I met Carmen first at Q School, so that was a couple of years ago, and I just think she's so beautiful. And then we've also been able to be in some other groups together, and I'm just really excited to have her share her story and then a little bit of training with us. So Carmen lives in Ohio. She's a certified health coach, a mom of 2 daughters, and her husband is a school teacher. So Carmen, I don't want to take any time away from you, so go right ahead.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Nikki. And I just really appreciate you guys inviting me to be on this call. And I do see a couple familiar faces. So hi, all of you guys that I know. So my name's Carmen Maxwell, and like Michelle said, I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'll just start by sharing my story for those of you who maybe haven't heard it before. I learned about Juice Plus almost 13 years ago, and back then I had a little 1-year-old baby. My daughter's going to be 14 a week from tomorrow, which is crazy to me, but she was just a year old, and she was just one of those kids that was constantly at the pediatrician's office month after month with sick visits, and she was just on antibiotics, and I knew that that wasn't good for her. I didn't understand how not good it was back then, but I knew it wasn't good, and I was really frustrated and looking for a way to keep her well. And that's when my sister shared Juice Plus with me, and I was just blown away by the fact that it was just fruits and vegetables, but also that it had research and that it was guaranteed to be pure. And honestly, like, it just checked my mommy boxes. I wasn't ever going to give my baby anything that I couldn't absolutely be certain was going to be safe. And you know, Juice Plus just made it was so natural, and just, of course, we all need more fruits and vegetables. And so I got her started right away and just really kind of dug into the education. I was a super nutrition nerd. Like, I just wanted to learn every single thing that I possibly could about Juice Plus, the research, you know, the connection between nutrition and disease. And so I really started digging in and just really took an honest look at what my husband and I were eating, and we weren't getting anywhere near the servings or the variety that we needed every day. So it was very clear that he and I needed to be on Juice Plus as well. And so and though my husband is a teacher, as Michelle mentioned, and financially, it was a little bit of a stretch for us. And so, you know, I was really looking for a way to pay for my product. And as I was learning more about Juice Plus, I also found myself really just naturally sharing it with the people around me. You know, everywhere I looked, there were people who needed Juice Plus. There were, you know, picky kids, sick kids, tired mamas, you know, people who were carrying around extra weight that they couldn't lose. And, you know, I just knew that I had an answer for them. So, you know, of course I was going to share it with them. And so when I learned that there was a business attached, I thought, okay, this could maybe be an answer for us. I was absolutely desperate to be a stay-at-home mom. And, you know, financially, it just wasn't a possibility for us to lose my income and just go to my husband's teacher salary. And so, you know, I thought, what if by sharing Juice Plus, this could be a way that I could earn some extra income and I could be able to afford to stay home. And so what that did for me was it gave me my why. And I started my Juice Plus business, started the Juice Plus products myself and my husband. We all had a great experience on the Juice Plus. My daughter went from once a month sick visits to once a year well visits. I got pregnant pretty quickly with my second daughter and used it as a prenatal with her. You know, fast forward down the line a little bit, and my husband over the years has lost just a ton of weight, and he's never dieted a day in his life. And it's all just because his cravings really have changed as a result of that metabolic reprogramming. And for me, I just didn't need to have those afternoon naps or caffeine jolts. And I, you know, went to the eye doctor, and it was really neat that my vision actually improved. So I'm 42 years old now, and I have better vision than I did in my 20s. And I know it's just because of that foundation of nutrition that we've gotten day after day after day. But when I first started Juice Plus, I didn't have that much of a story. but I did have a big why. And that was, like I said, to really stay home with my daughter. I just desperately wanted to be home with her. I was dropping her off at daycare, and she would cry when I dropped her off. And then I would cry when I would get into my car and had to leave her. And then, I would come home on Monday night and she'd already be asleep. And then Tuesday I'd go to work and she'd still be asleep. And I'd come home from work on Tuesday evening, and I'd have maybe an hour with her to play. And it just wasn't working for me. So it forced me to really get outside of my comfort zone. And for those of you who haven't heard my story, I was very, very shy at the beginning. I had a really great close-knit group of friends, but there was only 6 of us, including my husband and me. So only 4 other people, and we would hang out every weekend. And so, that wasn't a whole lot of people to share Juice Plus with. And so really I had to, if I was going to make this work for myself, I really needed to get way outside of my comfort zone. And that's pretty much the story of my Juice Plus business. I just got outside of my comfort zone over and over and over again because I had such a strong why. I had to do a lot of work on myself. They say that you really do need to work harder on yourself than you do on your business, and that's what I did. I read a ton of books. I plugged into all of the tools that we have, and with our Juice Plus business, we have the most amazing tools. We have every single thing that we need within our Juice Plus business and our Juice Plus community to be able to be successful with Juice Plus. And so I just plugged into all of that stuff and really took advantage of it. I went to conferences, I went to events, I went to seminars, I worked on my mindset. That was a huge part of moving me forward, was, correcting the way that I was thinking, and the way that I was thinking, especially about myself, working on my own confidence, so that I could, present myself in a way that people were taking seriously. If you present yourself in a way that's apologetic, people aren't going to take you seriously. So I had to learn that, and I had to figure out how to do that. And so it took me 10 years to get to National Marketing Director. I hit National Marketing Director in September of 2015, and a month after I met Michelle at Q School. And it's just, when you hit National Marketing Director, for those of you who aren't there yet, it's really just the beginning of your journey. Believe it or not. There's so much more that I know that I want to accomplish. We are working towards 39 Club, and our team is so dedicated and determined to get there. And so we're just having so much fun with our Juice Plus business. And probably one of the best things about my Juice Plus business is the team that I've been able to grow. It's just been absolutely wonderful. I have my best friend from 7th grade who's a qualifying national marketing director. She lives in Germany. I have an international team in Europe and Canada, and this has been the biggest gift for our family. Going from a place where, with my husband as a teacher, and we, if we were going to take a vacation, it was going to be camping, or it was going to be one of those timeshare vacations where you don't really get to choose where you go, and you have to sit through that timeshare, a couple hour-long timeshare presentation, to being able to take trips as a family to Europe and New York City. And my husband and I are going to Mexico next month, and we're going back to Europe this summer for 25 days, which is crazy. Our family of 4, and we're just so blessed, and it's all because of the Juice Plus business. So anyways, that's kind of my story. And I just want to share with you guys today something that I've learned, because, I mentioned that I was kind of shy. I didn't have a whole lot of skills when it came to conversations. I'm an introvert. I'm not great at small talk. I don't really love small talk, but I've had to learn how to kind of make small talk over the years. And so that's really what I want to share with you guys today. So hopefully I can share my screen. Yep, looks like I can. And I'm just going to share with you just some tips and some tools that have really helped me along the way. So I want to also share a little bit about the Healthy Living Revolution, because I feel like the Healthy Living Revolution is just such an incredible tool and resource for us that we really need to be taking advantage of. So I'm just going to share a few ways that our team is using that. So but asking questions, figuring out where people are before you get into a conversation with them, before you share Juice Plus with them, is the most important thing. And, I know that, we're in February now, but we've been talking about New Year's resolutions for a while. And so if I just give you a scenario and I say, so someone posts on Facebook, you see someone post on Facebook and they say, my New Year's resolution in 2018 is to get healthy. What do? Do you jump on over to a private message and say, I just saw your post and I know that you want to get healthy in 2018. Let me tell you about Juice Plus. It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and this is what it's done for me, and it's so amazing, and if I send you a video, will you watch it? That's what a lot of us probably would do, but ultimately that's not what we should be doing. The first thing we should be doing is asking them a question. I just saw your post that you want to get healthy in 2018. That is awesome. What's your plan? What are you going to be doing? What are you focusing on? Exercise, nutrition, drinking more water, stress, sleep? Where's your focus? Start asking some questions and get into a conversation, because when you're able to do that, then you can help them to uncover if there's a need. And of course, we know that everybody has a need for Juice Plus, but we want them to identify the need. It's so much more, it works so much better if they come up with the fact that, oh, you know what, I do have a gap in my diet that could be filled with Juice Plus. So this is just an acronym. It's called CLASS. This is a technique that I've been using that I absolutely love, and I use it for I use it all over the place. Whoops, daisy, sorry. PowerPoint is not always our friend. Okay, there we go. So I use it for conversations that I'm having with people, with prospects. I use it when I'm doing follow-up calls with my customers. I do it for welcome calls. I love using this when I do welcome calls with my team. If I'm meeting somebody new, you can use it on three-way calls. So really you can use it in any situation. And I love it because it's really simple. CLASP, you just think CLASP, and each of the letters stands for something. And so you can kind of work your way through that. Now, you don't want to make it sound like you're reading from a script or anything. You want it to be very natural. But when you're starting with using the CLASP technique, you're just going to start by asking them what their current situation is. Tell me what your life looks like. Where's your health right now? What are you looking to improve? Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to have more energy? Tell me where you are right now. And then after you get the lay of the land and figure out where they are right now, you're going to find out, what do they like about where they are? What's working for them? Maybe they're doing something really well. Maybe they're exercising, 3 or 4 days a week. So, we want to be able to have them identify what's working and congratulate them on that. And then once they identify what's working, we're going to find out, where do they need to change? What areas do they need to alter? So, maybe they're exercising really great, but they have a serious sugar addiction or something like that, right? And so once you get them to start identifying where they want to change, you're going to ask some second and third level questions. And this is where these other two acronyms come in. So CPR, cut open the wound. So if they say that, if they're identifying their pain, right, whatever that is, you want to cut open that wound and examine it a little bit. I know it sounds terrible, but you're not being mean. You're just asking them questions and asking them to elaborate on whatever it is that they're talking about. Then you're going to pour a little salt on the wound. Oh my goodness, you're taking your kids through the drive-through, a couple times a week. You must have a lot of mommy guilt around there. And then you're not going to remedy the wound yet. You're going to wait until the end of the conversation to remedy the wound. But as we're having these conversations and asking more questions, we're cutting open the wound, we're pouring salt on the wound. And then a different acronym that I like to use if I'm having some problems kind of thinking of questions to ask, those second, third level questions, is, find out what their goals are. You kind of did that a little bit in asking about their current situation, but you want to find out, tell me where you are in relationship to those goals. What have you done so far? What was your goal last year and how did you do with it? What obstacles, what is keeping you from reaching your goals? What's standing in your way? And then you're going to go to, what if I could show you a way and give them some vision of how whatever it is that your solution is in that moment can help. And then you're going to tell them what the payoff is. Okay. So these acronyms I just find really helpful to have those conversations. But going back to, that's kind of in the, they kind of all work together. I hope this is making sense for you guys. And then once you've kind of gone through, you know, what their pain is, you cut open the wound, you've asked a lot of questions, you're going to find out from them, not on a coaching call, obviously, but if you're in a conversation where you're actually presenting Juice Plus, you're going to find out if they're the decision maker. Because if they are not the decision maker in their family and they have to go home and talk to their husband about it, then you don't necessarily want to waste your time doing a whole presentation and sharing all of this information for them just to say, oh, it sounds awesome, but, you know, I really have to talk to my husband before I say yes, before we order. So instead, you're going to find out, so are you the one that makes the decisions about health in your family? Or do you need, you know, or do you do these, you know, in conjunction with your partner? And if the answer is yes, oh, we make all of our decisions together, you say, awesome, I would love to talk to both of you. I feel like it would be really beneficial to have both of you in on this conversation so that I can explain it really well. And then if they say no, they make the decisions, awesome, go for it. Then you're just going to paint the picture. This is where you're going to be remedying the situation or remedying the problem, repeating everything back to them that they said. And then before you present your solution, and you guys, this is really, really key. Before you present your solution, you're going to say, you know, if this is a great fit for you, that's great. But if it's not, that's great too. It's so totally okay for you to say no. And what happens when you let them off the hook is that they put down their defenses, they open up to what you have to share, and they're actually going to be more likely to hear you and to see your solution as a solution for them. So that is the clasp. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. And then once you have asked your prospects questions and you know where they are with their health, at that point, that is when you know which door you can invite them to walk through. You know, if they're looking for just some resources, some new recipes to try out, okay, Freedom Revolution community, you know, salad in a jar events, things like that. If they're looking for a way to bridge the gap or they really want to improve their health, but they maybe want to go a little bit more slowly, Juice Plus. If they're looking for a program or they have big health goals that they're willing to really get a little bit uncomfortable for, Shred 10 is the way to go, right? And what if they're looking for some freedom in their life, for a way that they can earn some extra income or get out of a job that they're unhappy in, or they just really, really want Juice Plus, but maybe are looking for a way to afford it, okay? That's a Freedom Revolution, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And just see if you guys have any questions. Where's my thing? There we go. Okay, any questions from where we are right now? No, okay. I do have a little JPEG image, Michelle. I'll message it to you so that you can put it on your team Facebook page or whatever, okay? So you guys can use that. Okay, and then I just really, the next thing I just really kind of want to do is show you guys a little bit about how we've been using the Healthy Living Revolution in order to bring people into our community in a way that, you know, they can kind of see everything that we have to offer and know that we're not just about selling them Juice Plus. You know, obviously we know that if they get on Juice Plus, their health is going to improve. They do the Shred 10, they're going to see some results. But, you know, sometimes we have to show people that, you know, we're about so much more within the Juice Plus community, right? We're about education. We're about, you know, making sure it's not just nutrition. We know it's not just nutrition. You know, if it was just nutrition, well, it's not, you know, we have the core four that we talk about, right? We have hydration, we have more whole foods, we have exercise, and we have sleep and stress. Those are our core four that we really, really talk about. And we know that nutrition is probably the most powerful, but we want to be able to help people with resources for all of those. Okay, so I'm just going to take you guys to the Healthy Living Revolution website, and you guys may already do what I'm going to show you, and I would love it. I love it if you do, and please feel free to share ideas of what you're doing after I'm done. But I love using the Healthy Living Revolution website as a presentation tool. So, if I'm doing salad in a jar party, or, if I'm even doing a wine and wellness, I will use this website instead of a PowerPoint. Now, we have some awesome PowerPoints, and I use PowerPoints too, don't get me wrong. But I love the Healthy Living Revolution because it's a little bit more relaxed. It's not quite as formal as showing a PowerPoint. So when I do this, what I basically do is I start out on the homepage and I introduce myself and I introduce who we are as the Healthy Living Revolution. And we're a community of people who are part of a movement to help people take their health back. And so this 2-minute video is awesome. And so oftentimes that's usually how I will start, is by playing this video and just letting them watch it so they can kind of get a picture of who we are. But if I don't want to watch the video, or maybe we don't have speakers or something like that, I'll just go over here to About Us and I'll share a little bit about who our community is. Then before I start my presentation, what am I going to be doing is I'm going to be asking questions. I'm going to go around the room and have people share with me where are they in their health journey. What's the one thing that they're doing really well, and what's one thing that they really need to improve on, or one area that they need to grow into. And so I'm going to have an idea of what my audience is looking for. So if we've got people who are struggling with picky kids, or people who really need to start exercising, or people who just aren't eating very well and don't have a lot of tools to eat really well, then I know where to go with this presentation. I know where to go with this website. So that's what I do, is I just go down here and I share with them, whatever it was based on what they said they were looking for. So I'm going to share with them the Revolution Recipes Cookbook. That's a free download that they can get and they can share with their friends. I'm going to share with them the live Healthy Living Revolution live webinars, which switch out every month, and we have a whole series of previous episodes that they can watch if they're really wanting to learn more about nutrition. We have a home fitness series. So if they're looking to build more exercise into their life, this home fitness series is awesome. And they can just, do it in their living room. They can stream it from their phone or from their iPad or from their television, whatever works for them. Maybe we've got some runners in the room, or some people who really like to walk. Okay, well, I'm of course going to talk to them about Charity Miles and have them join our team for the Healthy Living Revolution, right? Because then they're going to see how many people are already part of that team, and they're going to understand what it's like to be part of our movement. Maybe if they've got some issues with kids, I'm going to share with them the Start Strong Kids Challenge and some of the tools that are in there. And I'm going to share with them the Start Strong YouTube channel. And just to show you guys this, if you haven't looked at it, these videos are so adorable. My internet's super slow. And this one right here, this 2-minute and 52-second one, that's my daughter. She was so excited to make that video, and she just thought she was totally famous when we played it at conference. So that was funny. So we've got so many incredible tools, but you are definitely going to want to share the One Simple Change and Shred 10. And you can share both of these at your presentation, or you can just start with one based on where your audience is. If they're really looking to make some big changes, Shred 10's the place to start. If they're looking to go a little bit slowly, or just bridge the gap, then One Simple Change. And of course, before you introduce that, you're going to share your own Juice Plus or Shred 10 story and let them know what Juice Plus has done for you. And then you're just going to click on here, and you can just watch a quick video, and let somebody else share Juice Plus with them and what it is. You don't have to explain it yourself. It's all right there. We've got videos on the Juice Plus. We've got videos on the Tower Garden, everything. So we don't have to be the message. We're just the messenger. We're just connecting people to the resources. Okay. Does that make sense? So, and that's our presentation. And so it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to go through everything. You can absolutely just let people know that you're going to be sending them home with a link. You're going to send them a link and to all of the downloads, but you're going to be presenting the one simple change, your Juice Plus story, or your Shreds 10 story, and the resources that go along with that. And then I just want to real quick just take you guys to the resources section. I'm sure you've been here recently, but just in case you haven't, they did totally reorganize it, and it's awesome. So for Shred 10, if you haven't seen it, it's so much easier to find things now. I mean, there's really no excuses to be able to navigate this. Everything is completely organized. The order forms, the videos, everything is you've got the video with the link right next to each other. Isn't that neat? We didn't used to have that, in case you didn't know that. So everything is super easy to navigate and super easy to share on this. I love the Start Strong program. So there's some new stuff here that you guys maybe haven't seen yet, but they have this awesome community event series outline that really walks us through how to partner with our community and put on these series. And it's totally a win-win for the businesses that you're partnering with. So whether it's a gym or a healthy eatery or a juice bar, it doesn't matter. You're bringing people into their business. You're allowing them to share what their mission is, and then we're sharing what our mission is, and we're adding value. Maybe with a workout, or maybe we're teaching a class on how to make kombucha, or maybe we're doing a salad in a jar. Be creative with it. But this script, if you guys haven't seen it, it is so simple. It actually walks you through exactly what to say, how to present it, and what it looks like, how to plan for it, and everything. So I just want to make sure that you guys saw that, so that you can be using that and be partnering with your community. And then, of course, the Freedom Revolution. We are just in love with these presentations. They're so simple and duplicatable. And I love that you can just read the script. And so we can do this with brand new people, and we don't have to have anybody memorize anything. The only thing they're sharing off the cuff is their story, and that's it. And everything else, we're just reading the script, line by line by line. And it sounds great. It looks great. And there's no slides to memorize or PowerPoints to kind of navigate through. And it's just really, really simple. So, see, I think I'm about out of time. So I'm just going to stop my share and see if there's anything that I can any questions that I can answer for you guys?
If you guys have any questions right now, you'll just need to unmute yourselves. But wow, Carmen, so much. But seriously, you have some time here to ask some questions. Anybody?
Carmen, where did you get your shirt?
Conference.
Oh, from promotions. Juice Plus Promotions. Isn't it cute? I love it.
The model is even cuter. Hey, that was such a great presentation. Not only if you're brand new, and hopefully we've got some new people on here that have really said, oh my gosh, this is all there for us. And I know that's there, but you put it into a really great context. I love the idea of just sharing that instead of doing a PowerPoint, just say, we've got this. Our company is so cool that we've got a website where you can get exercise, you can get recipes, you can get stuff for your kids, and it's all in one spot. I want to share it with all of you because it's the coolest website ever. I love that. I would not have thought of that. So thank you.
Well, I thank Jake and Jenna Rude, because they're the ones that really opened my eyes to it. And I'm so grateful for our community that just, gives us these ideas so that we can really run with it. And then we're able to share it with other people. We're so blessed to have this awesome community, and just our company is just incredible.
I agree. And so you said, so it's been 13 years since you started?
13 years in April, when I learned about Juice Plus and got my daughter on it, and I signed my distributor application in June. Okay.
So things have changed a lot. I'm one of those that have been around a long time too. But yes, thank you so much for just highlighting what's there. And it really is, it's so complete and so accessible and so simple, so we don't have to be overwhelmed. The tools are incredible, and we can have confidence in that. And also just, I don't know if you guys caught the part, and I remember at Q School, you were one of the few people who were sitting at a table of introverts in a room full of extroverts.
Yeah.
And I think, we see when we have somebody new, or maybe somebody who's been around for a while, and they look around and they just feel maybe a little bit paralyzed because they see all these people that are just speaking so fluently and talking about things so confidently. But that's really not the way it is for everybody. This really is, if that is, I just want to encourage people, because if that's how one of your prospects, your friends, or even yourself are feeling, this is such a great community to love you where you're at and to be able to support that unique trait in you and help you to shine right through it and around it and grow with it. So I love that. I mean, you're just absolutely beautiful. And today I would never know that about you.
I know. People, I can't even tell you how many times people are like, what? You're an introvert? You're shy? Oh, yes. For sure. I'll just tell you a little story. So we just got back from a retreat in Memphis, Tennessee. We went to the home offices, myself and then 4 of my best national marketing director friends, and we had the best time. We had 55 team members there. And it was incredible. And we were there from Thursday until I left from my flight at 4 a.m. on Sunday morning, got home about noon. And I was basically I don't think I said a word from the time I got home until I had to get on my team call at 7 o'clock. And then as soon as I was done with my team call, I was zipped the lip and I was done. I was completely out of words because I had put out so much energy to be part of this incredible event. And I had a blast and it was amazing. But, I just needed to recharge. I didn't have any words left to talk to my husband. And he's like, what's your problem? Why aren't you talking to me? I'm like, I really just don't have any words left. I'm done. I'm out. I'm full up. It's gone. There's no more left for you. I'm sorry. I'll recharge for 24 hours and we'll talk tomorrow. And that's how introverts get their energy. And so, we can fake it a little bit, but it doesn't change the fact that we do need to recharge.
Right. And everyone can be themselves in this community. So that's great. Thank you so much. Yes. And thank you, Nikki.
And why doesn't everybody unmute themselves? And you can give a big, warm thank you to Carmen. That was a great training.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thanks so much,
Carmen.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.